The last group we've studied in the early history of the Americas chapter is the Incas. The main ideas of the Incan section are about the Incas creating an empire with a strong central government, but instead of Central America, they're in South America. Life in the Inca Empire was influenced by several things, including their social structure, religion, and their achievements. And then Francisco Pizarro conquered the Incas and took control of the entire region in 1537. So let's start talking about the Incas and how they created an empire. At the same time the Aztecs were in central Mexico, the Incas were building an empire in South America. They began as a small tribe high in the Andes. They built a capital called Cuzco in modern-day Peru. In the mid-1400s, they had a ruler named Pachacuti, and he led the Incas to expand their territory. By the early 1500s, the Inca Empire stretched all the way from Ecuador to central Chile. To rule these 12 million people, the Incas formed a strong central government. The Incas also established an official language, Quechua. They paid taxes in the form of labor. This labor tax system was called the Mita system. They didn't have any markets or merchants. Instead, the government officials would distribute goods to all the people who needed them. So what was life like in the Inca Empire? Well, they had two main social classes. The emperor, priests, government officials were all in the upper class. They did not have to pay taxes. And the lower class were the farmers, artisans, and servants. Most of the people were farmers in the Inca society. The Inca religion was based on the belief that the Inca rulers were related to the sun god, just like in ancient Egypt. And Inca ceremonies included sacrifice of llamas, cloth, or food to the gods. They also believed that natural landforms had magical powers. The Incas had many achievements. They're known for their masonry or stonework. They built massive buildings, and they didn't even need to use any mortar in between. They cut the stone so perfectly. They were also artisans that made beautiful pottery, jewelry, and textiles. The Incas had no written language, but they kept track of things by tying knots in cords called kupu. Now, Francisco Pizarro came in at a time that was perfect to conquer the Incas. There was fighting between two brothers, Atahualpa and Huáscar. Atahualpa won the battle so he could be emperor, but the Incan army was weakened. So in comes the conquistadors led by Francisco Pizarro. When Acapulco met him, the Spanish conquered him. They attacked and killed thousands of Inca soldiers. The Incas brought gold and silver to try to get Atahualpa's return, but instead the Spanish killed him. The Spanish defeated the Incas and ruled the land for the next 300 years. So I hope this has helped you to remind you of all the facts of the Maya, the Aztec, and the Inca. And you can use this when you're filling in your compare and contrast chart and when you're doing your 5-paragraph essay later on this week.